Let's debunk this widely circulated conspiracy that in 1969, Apollo 11 successfully landed astronaut. Unraveling moon landing conspiracies, fact versus fiction. Welcome back, dear viewers. Today, we embark on an intriguing journey through one of the most controversial topics in history: moon landing conspiracies. In this video, we'll examine the most common claims surrounding the Apollo moon missions and distinguish between fact and fiction. Let's dive in. The historical context. Conspiracy theories. Let's set the stage. On July 20, 1969, Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the lunar surface. This historic achievement was witnessed by millions worldwide, but some skeptics still question its authenticity. The claim of faked moon landings. Conspiracy theorists argue that the moon landings were a hoax orchestrated by the United States government and NASA. They claim that the moon landing footage was filmed on Earth to deceive the public. However, let's debunk this claim with solid evidence. Skeptics often point to the waving American flag on the moon as evidence of a hoax, as the moon has no wind. The flag appears to ripple in the footage, but this is due to the astronauts' actions, as they rotated the pole while planting it. Some argue that the moon landing footage shows multiple light sources, implying a studio setup. However, the moon's uneven surface and reflective properties can create varying shadows. Debunking photo anomalies. Another point of contention revolves around supposed anomalies in moon landing photographs. Let's examine some common claims. No stars in the sky. Critics often point out the absence of stars in the lunar sky. However, the moon's surface is incredibly bright, and the astronauts used short exposure times, which made capturing distant stars challenging. Inconsistent shadows. Skeptics claim that the shadows in the photographs do not align correctly, suggesting artificial lighting. But the moon's uneven terrain and the astronauts' movements explain these discrepancies. Debunking moon rocks and scientific data. Moon landing deniers also question the authenticity of the moon rocks brought back by the Apollo missions. Let's address this concern. Independent verification. Moon rocks have been studied by scientists worldwide, including those from other countries. The analysis of these samples consistently confirms their lunar origin, debunking any doubt. Van Allen radiation belt. Another common conspiracy theory suggests that astronauts could not have survived the Van Allen radiation belt, a belt of intense radiation surrounding the Earth. But they did pass through it during their journey to the moon. Animation of spacecraft passing through the radiation belt. The truth is that NASA carefully planned the Apollo trajectories to minimize exposure to radiation. The spacecraft traveled through the thinnest parts of the belts, reducing the risk to the astronauts. Additionally, the spacecraft's thick walls and aluminum shielding provided adequate protection during the brief passage. Laser reflectors on the moon. A strong argument supporting the moon landing's authenticity is the presence of retroreflectors on the lunar surface. During the Apollo missions, astronauts placed these mirrors on the moon to reflect lasers from Earth, confirming the precise distance between our planet and the moon. Retroreflector demonstration. Scientists continue to use these reflectors to this day, bouncing lasers off them to calculate the moon's distance with remarkable accuracy. Lost tapes of the moon landing. There is an interesting story about the original videotapes containing the live television broadcast of the Apollo 11 moon landing. The original tapes were recorded in a format known as slow-scan television, SSTV. After the broadcast, these tapes were eventually sent to NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center and then archived. Later, it was discovered that many of these original SSTV tapes were inadvertently erased and reused for other purposes. Despite this loss, NASA had made backups of the footage, and through various preservation efforts, they managed to recover and restore much of the missing footage from other sources, including higher quality broadcast recordings and various copies of the original broadcast sent to other locations worldwide. So, while some of the original tapes were lost due to the reuse of the SSTV tapes, the moon landing footage itself has not been entirely lost, and much of it is still available in preserved and restored forms, which the conspiracy theorists believe to be framed in the original tapes be destroyed to hide the proof. Motives behind the conspiracies. Now, let's explore the motivations behind perpetuating moon landing conspiracies. Psychological impacts. Some theorists may genuinely believe in these conspiracies due to cognitive biases, distrust of authority, or the need for alternative narratives. For others, promoting conspiracies can be financially rewarding through book sales, speaking engagements, and online content. What do you think? Was the moon landing a hoax or a turning point in human space exploration? Let us know in the comments and follow us for more conspiracies.